Hey guys, it's James from Creators, and I'm going to show you how to change your Breda pliers from a right-handed cutting position to a left-handed cutting position. So all you'll need is your pliers and a screwdriver. Now it is best to work with a waffle grid under here to catch all the small parts and stuff, but you don't necessarily have to. So first, what I'm going to do is just remove this top wheel. So you just got to unscrew it. And then the wheel should come out. So you can set that there. And then notice I kept my finger on the nut, that way it doesn't fall out. So then you can just set that aside. And now we'll unscrew the bottom wheel. So now we have our bottom wheel, and then the nut and this spacer here. So what we'll do is simply take your cutting wheel, the bottom one, and put it over to this side. And I'll just line up the one mark on here so that we know that we're cutting on the same part. And then all you're gonna do is take just the regular nut and feed that in. And now normally I hold the nut in with my finger here, that way it stays in place, and then you can just slowly start screwing the screw back in. And just give it a little crank at the end, just so that it's nice and tight, but just be careful not to over tighten it. That way you don't risk stripping any of these parts on here. So now we'll take the nut from the top part of the pliers. We'll put the washer on there. And you're gonna do this because then that way it will hold this rubber O-ring on there. So I'm just gonna hold my nut on there and feed the wheel in, and then just line up the ones. These are a little crooked, but just for demonstration purposes, I'll just leave it like that. So we'll go ahead and retighten the screw. And once again, just give it a little crank, just so that it's nice and snug, and just be sure not to over tighten it. So now you're ready to cut with your left hand.